Your assignment tonight is strategic. You can't give the enemy a break. Send them to hell.
He's a tactical genius, he's the one to see on VP4TV. He's wild and he's free. Highball top number, you and me. With his cunning moves, he's rocking endlessly. Tables and cues, they bend to his will. Every shot he takes gives everyone a thrill. With a glance and aim, he works to the skill. In the ball, legend from the chill. Tables and cues, they bend to his will. Every shot he takes gives everyone a thrill. With a glance and aim, he works to the skill. In the ball, legend from the chill. Tactical genius with every play, making magic happen every single day. In the world of billiards, he knows the way, taking every shot with prayers we say. Rack him up, he steps to the ground. Crowds gather round without a sound. With a twisted stroke, his fame is profound. Every victory makes our hearts pound. From the quarterback to the perfect cut, he wins the game without a single strut. Chalk it up, just a fortune or luck. But skill like his, it never gets stuck. On VP4TV, he's the showstopper. 9ball.com's the king, no one can top her. Watch him play and you'll be a hopper. He's the man, we all shout proper. Every shot with prayers we say. Rack him up, he steps to the ground. Crowds gather round without a sound. With a twisted stroke, his fame is profound. Every victory makes our hearts pound. Rack him up, he steps to the ground. Crowds gather round without a sound. With a twisted stroke, his fame is profound. Every victory makes our hearts pound. Rack him up, he steps to the ground. Crowds gather round without a sound. With a twisted stroke, his fame is profound. Every victory makes our hearts pound. He wins the game without a single strut. Chalk it up, just for fortune or luck. But skill like his, it never gets stuck. On VP4TV, he's the showstopper. 9ball.com's the king, no one can top her. Watch him play and you'll be a hopper. He's the man, we all shout proper.
Welcome to VP4TV. We have live streams from all the major events in Virtual Pool 4 online. We also have live commentary on many matches where I am joined in the commentary booth by game developer Steve Chaplin. I am Tactical Genius aka 9ball.com aka Hugh.
Your assignment tonight is strategic. You can't give the enemy a break. Send them to hell.
When things look bad, and it looks like you're not gonna make it, then you gotta get mean. I mean plumb mad dog mean. Because if you lose your head and you give up, then you neither live nor win. That's just the way it is.
Where's the cue ball going?
Oh dear, outside, never mind.
Right, good evening, folks. Welcome back to VP4TV. We have a round 2 match coming up. Welcome to Bedhead. A round 2 match coming up between Bankster, who represents KUWAIT, and Mooncake, representing the Netherlands. And that goes ahead at the top of the hour. And just give me a sec.
Welcome to VP4TV. You're watching a Tactical Genius production. Please welcome your commentary team for this match, 9ball.com and Super Admin aka Steve Chaplin, CEO and President of Celeris, Inc. Good luck to both players and have a good one.
Well, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to Steve. Happy 4th of July and all the usual claptrap that goes along with it.
Yep, good evening, yep, happy 4th. It's a little crazy here on the 4th of July. Gonna have a big fireworks show tonight, and yeah, that's always fun.
Well, I'll tell you something last night, Steve. I caught a glimpse of the BBC News just before I went to bed, and I didn't know what the story was. All I heard was, we're going over to Mount Rushmore. Donald Trump is making a speech. And I thought, oh, Jesus, goodness me, surely he hasn't bought Mount Rushmore and he's going to call it Trump Rushmore and have his face carved into it and get it all lit up like Las Vegas. But
yeah, let's hope not.
Fortunately, that wasn't the case.
If there was ever going to be something that got defaced, would be if he put his face up there. that would just be a target.
Yeah. I've been messing about with this AI, Steve. Have a look at the screen. I'll show you this first of all. And that might be the wrong one. Just hang on a minute. I've been messing about with it during the week. And I've got a new VP4 logo. That's the wrong one. Hang on.
Well, I'm going to have you start doing the
World
Championship logos.
All I can say is, Steve, this is the most animated you've ever looked. Watch this. Watch the bottom left-hand corner.
Welcome to VP4TV. We have live streams from all the major events in Virtual Pool 4 online. We also have live commentary on many matches where I am joined in the commentary booth by
There
game
you are.
developer Steve Chaplin. I am Tactical Genius, aka
I think you're
9BWC,
saying,
aka
why have you put me in here in this commentary booth? That's what it looks like.
Probably.
And that's me bottom right with a welcome to VP4 TV. For some reason, in the other pictures, it does not get my image. Your image actually comes out pretty good. But mine looks decidedly dodgy. The bottom right-hand corner actually looks the best one. But I've been messing about and having a bit of fun with it.
Now, is that a real picture of you?
No. Well, it is a real picture because I wrote into Copilot, blah, 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 do a shot of me playing pool. And but as hard as I might, the image just does not look exactly the same. Yours is the image that I took off the interview that you did for VP4. And your image looks a lot bloody better than mine. I don't know why. It just looks
a natural beauty.
You know, that's probably what it is. Right, after all of that waffling, I think this is going to be close and it could go either way. That's all I'm going to say in this match.
Yeah, I think it'll be a good match. I'd probably give the advantage to Mooncake.
Oh, hang on a minute.
You know, I think I've seen Mooncake play pretty good. I mean, I've seen him play bad too, but I mean, I think he's got a higher gear than Bankster. But you know, we'll see what ends up happening.
Well, you might not see him shoot at all because Bankster's not to be seen.
We're missing Bankster. Okay,
he's not in the lobby. Meanwhile,
I've got my flat white and everything. You know what a flat white is, Hugh?
Well, it's a coffee, is it not?
Mm-hmm.
It's
a type of coffee.
A quick reminder, guys. As of now, I am off for the next fortnight. I'm on vacation, as the Americans say. But we have
you and me both.
We have Albinario against Interchange X tomorrow at I think it's 5 p.m. and that one is the first one I'm intending to do. Then we have a clash. We have a problem. We have Romario up against Sergeresh tomorrow at 7 p.m. So that's a couple hours later. And then we have a clash with that match with Romario and Sergeresh. Sort of crash. Yeah, I'll say that again. It clashes with Larry and Bedhead, which goes off an hour later. So they'll be sort of running into one another, those matches.
Well, I'll be planning on being here tomorrow. I don't know if I'm going to do all of them, but I'll show up and
Cobra
do some of them at least.
And
certainly Albinario and Interchange X. I'd actually, I think all three matches sound pretty good. I think Larry Bedhead should be very good, and I think Romario Sergeresh could be good.
Well, the good news is Bankster's arrived and they're probably lagging off at the moment.
No, they've already. Mooncake just broke.
Oh, right. Well,
Mooncake got the first break, and
I'm in the
he's
room.
made a ball. He's got. Now, this is an interesting shot here. So, this shot, I would try to go around the back of the 5-ball maybe, or run into it, depending on how.
Well, I think he was checking that out big time.
He tried to hold it, which I don't think was a bad idea. But
here we go again. My donut button's broken again, Steve.
Didn't make the ball. Oh,
Hang on a minute. I don't know why it does that.
And that was, you know, he hit that a little too hard because he actually got fortunate that the 8 didn't tie the 5 up. So, very nice play there. Good speed. And that's a shot you should have good speed on because you're only rolling it. There's no draw put on. You're just rolling it with a little English. This is a little tricky because you got to be careful on the speed, but if you get too much angle, it makes the combo tough. And that's not very good. You know, I think you need to be a little more aggressive than that, but I think he's still probably going to make this.
I think if he bumps this 5 into the rail just before the 6, it'll still go.
I don't like that because the 5 will go to the end rail. Then if you hit it harder, you can do that.
Well, that's what he's sort of done, and it's hung up.
Yeah, he had a couple choices: either hit it soft like that and hit it better, or do what you were saying and hit it harder, because the 5 would then release to the left.
Well, we've got one call. We've got Mooncake 1912, according to Bedhead. I suppose,
Yeah.
you know, in a good day, that could go the other way with Bankster. Of course, Bankster doesn't get a handicap in this, but he's got enough going on upstairs to give Mooncake a game.
He is a good player. I just think Mooncake's got a little bit higher gear. I think he's a little bit more sophisticated with the cue ball, but it's definitely not any kind of guarantee. This one, I think he'll just roll through.
Yeah, he's just got himself a wee bit too straight. Now he's got to be careful.
Is Cobra here?
No sign of Cobra.
Well, that's too bad, because I've got videos. I've got a bunch of videos, and you know, Cobra. I like when Cobra's here because he actually pays attention. That's one of the reasons why he's so good.
So first blood to Mooncake. Remember,
Where's the cue ball going?
And,
we're using the break box in this tournament, so they're restricted to where they can move that cue ball.
That's a little unfortunate, scratching in the corner pocket. That doesn't happen too often where you come straight back into it. Now, he did not do a cut break, which if you can break without cut breaking, I think it's an advantage, because you can play for the 1 ball a lot better if you don't cut break. Well, the problem is that if you don't cut break, it can be hard to make balls. When you cut break, it's much more difficult because you're trying to make the 1 ball. It's much more difficult to come up with a shot. With a solid break, you can control that.
I'll tell you the one thing I can't remember. I can't remember whether did we have rack money in the last year's tournament, because there was a lot of guys getting the 1 ball to fly into the side pocket. And
yeah, we did. We did it. We played the same way, and that's the play here. Is try to make the 1 in the side pocket. That's what the pros do very consistently. Now they're using a pattern rack, and we don't have that. It's not as consistent in VP because we don't pattern rack.
We've got a couple of Swedes in tonight. We've got Albanario calling it 1913, so they're all against you, Bankster. Now, I had a quick look at that 6-8. That is a combo if you're right behind the 6. You know, I don't know whether somebody's going to try and bump this and get lucky in the 5.
Actually, I think you might even be able to throw it in. It's a little tough to throw. These balls are pretty clean, so they're a little tough to throw that angle. With balls that are probably a little more like what you typically would play with in a pool room, that will throw in all day, I think.
Well, see, he's got crazy and he's got lucky. Yeah, you've got to get lucky, and he's got a roll. He's perfect. Well, he's maybe the wrong side of the 5, but he's got a shot.
A cut, but that's no problem. The reason why the cut's good is because the shape's automatic on the 7. I mean, you don't have to do anything; just go up and down the table. Now, me in real life, I'm always hitting this and going to the other end of the table and back
up. Yeah.
Well, he didn't hit it. Go ball.
Now,
that's a mistake there.
He's going to have to run. He's going to have to run 3 rails here. 1, 2, maybe even 5 rails. 1, 2, 3.
Now the way to shoot this shot is with no top, straight right hand English.
Well, he's looking as if he's thinking about leaving a long cut in this 8 ball, I think. But I mean, you've got to go. You've got to run it.
Yeah. This is doable.
1, 2, 3. I mean, if he runs this sort of tight enough, he's not going to scratch.
His Q-tip's too high. His Q-tip is too high. If he comes up short, it's because of where he put that Q-tip.
Oh, that's perfect.
If you really want to get that thing to crank, you don't put if you put any top, it's very little, and you put more just straight side. That's the way you get it to really react fast.
He's got it high enough.
If you're more straight on the ball, you got to put some top just to get it to go forward. But with that angle, you can go just straight side.
Well, Mooncake, the one thing you don't want to do is numptiness, and he's not done any of that so far. That's why he's 2-0.
Mooncake's he's a pretty good player. He's one of those guys that, could move up and and be a contender in these. I don't know how much VP he's playing, but he's got a pretty good game. He's got a good feel for the game. And that was kind of a soft break there. Did you notice you didn't hit that hard?
Well, look at the way they've spread, though. But of course, the other thing is Bankster doesn't have a shot unless he's going to.
Well,
mash
the
this.
thing is if you're going to soft break, the cue ball shouldn't be there. I mean, one of the reasons the soft break is for better cue ball control. I mean, there's, at least in real life, there's no reason to leave the cue ball down there if you're soft breaking.
Here's a push out, Steve. You roll the 5 onto the 1, and you could follow it through and go up and leave the shot between the 7 and 8, but you might be leaving a bank on. I don't know whether that's going to be any good, but
I like what he just did there. If you can't see the edge,
well, he has left the edge. And the other problem is the 2 goes. I don't think that was a particularly good shot because he's given him a start here.
No,
I would have actually potted that one.
Not if you leave the edge. You could have potted the 1. You could have pushed out to some sort of kick or bank. Look at this.
Well,
look at this.
Well, he didn't plan in that. I mean, that was just an unlucky roll onto that 5. But anyway, I still would have potted that one and left the cue ball somewhere up here. Maybe I could have been asking for trouble, but
Bankster gets a break here, so you can 2-rail kick this side to side, and that might be easier than going 1 rail.
Well, it looks as if he's going 2 rails to me.
I think he's going 1.
Is he going direct to it? He looks a bit. Well, either way,
it's hard to say what he was trying to do. I think he was trying to go 1, but I thought 2 was a better play. But you were going to have to hit it hard not to sell out.
Bankster's got to. Well, I keep stating the obvious. If you're in this tournament and you're already in round 2, you've got to be running this table. Simple as that. There isn't any issue. It's always the same thing. It's cue ball.
Yeah, and I think he will. I mean. And you're right. It's if you don't make any cue ball mistakes on this table, it's hard not to run out.
Now, is he going to get touchy here?
I would get touchy here.
Yeah,
this is just a little one. See, I would not.
Yeah. I mean, that's a very big mistake.
I think a lot of that there is just nerves and indecision.
Yeah, that was exactly it. He couldn't make up his mind what he wanted to do because he knew the cue ball wanted to run over that direction.
Yeah, because he's a better player than that, and but you can get real goofy when you get a case of the nerves.
Yeah, the worst thing you could probably have is indecision. You can't commit yourself one way or the other because it doesn't always lend to a good outcome, does it?
The bad thing is he's making Mooncake very comfortable.
Oh,
and guys tend to play good when they're comfortable.
He's got no pressure at all. I mean, that was a gilt edge opportunity there that he's thrown away, and you've got to mark that down in the card.
Yeah. But by the same token, now if you're Mooncake, you need to run this out. You don't want to be in a situation where you've got an easy table and you throw it away. So you got to keep your focus and play these tables, punish the guy. Never give the guy a chance to feel good about anything. That's kind of the rule. Just keep him feeling like, geez, I can't win this. You don't want the guy to have any hope.
Mm-hmm.
And pool's that sort of game. That's why pool is harder than most games, because you can literally take the guy's hope away. You can keep him off the table. You can play great, and there's very few other sports like that, and that's the second scratch for Mooncake off the break. So and it was up in the corner. That one got kicked, but still, he's going to have to get that figured out because that's not going to fly.
Well, here we go again.
And maybe he does need to cut break. I don't know.
This is take 2.
Go ball.
Now he needs to leave the angle though, and he's got an angle. Now again, what do you do here? You've got to go into the gap with the 6 and the 4 and back into the table, haven't you?
Exactly.
Oh, he's going to collect. He's missed the 2 again.
Boy, this is trouble.
These unforced errors. He's got a roll, but Mooncake will still be able to jump that. I think he doesn't fancy it though. I don't think.
What do you mean he got a roll? He's still at the table.
Banks, did he pot the ball?
There was a 8-ball sitting in front of the pocket.
Oh, I never noticed. My bad. Well, he's going to pay. He's going to pay the price unless he gets a roll here.
Wait. He's not going to get one. Yeah, the problem there was just that little ticky on the 6 did him in. If he doesn't, if he misses that and goes straight back down, he's fine. So he played the right shot. He just, you know, and is that an execution error? Yeah, but you know, you're splitting hairs. He hits the 2 ball a touch thicker, and then it misses that. I mean, that's kind of difficult to control that line exactly. He hit it pretty good. But that's another thing about pool. If stuff's going to happen to you, where you know,
he's going to have
some
to
little ticky or something.
He's going to have to just leave
gonna
this
play it up
long. He
table.
decided just to leave it long rather than trying to hook himself behind the 7 or do something
That's a
daft.
smart play. That's what any pro would do. They just take that.
Watch that pocket.
You just got to hit it good.
Yeah, there you go. Commentator's eye again. That's what happens.
Didn't hit it good.
It just jumps out and bites you. Is he going to get a roll again? He probably has done.
Well, you know, I think one of the reasons that happens in VP is guys are so used to shooting balls down the rail where they can be sloppy, and you can't do that when you're shooting past the side pocket.
Yeah, well, that's not a good shot either. I mean,
I
presume
unfortunate he didn't hit it harder.
Yeah, I presume he was trying to use the 6 as a stopper and thinking that 5 ball was going to go tighter to the rail. Did he play it? He probably played the combo for all I know.
I thought he was playing the combo, but right now everything is going wrong for Bankster. I mean, he's got his head in his hands, thinking, "What do I got to do?"
This is right in the pocket. He's got to have a good look at this 5 ball. Because you can easily get caught out with this. He's using the rail to get the cue ball out. Now that is using your head, because you know if you start trying to dig in and draw out, you don't know where the cue ball can end up.
He's got a very good feel for the game. I feel like Mooncake's one of those guys that you know could be a contender, because like, look at this shot. I mean, he understands how to move the cue ball, and he's got a good feel for it. Honestly, I'm surprised he hasn't done better in these world championships, but I think part of that might be how much he plays.
Well, we've got a crisis on here for Bankster, because he can't find a way to win a rat yet.
Yeah, and when you're Bankster's level, players like that typically have a very hard time playing against somebody that doesn't give them any chances.
That's very tight, that 1 ball.
Because they're not used to it. And then when they do get a chance, there's tremendous pressure, because the guy's running out every time.
You know,
we go again.
That 1 ball was pretty much on the rail, and again, Mooncake's in a roll. This doesn't help Bankster. Yeah. Well, he's got a line to get to that 1 ball, though.
He does. Right. He can kick this in. I'm not sure why he's got the butt up so much. He can. Yeah, there he goes. So he got a pretty good chance to kick this in.
Well, I'll tell you the problem here. He's got to make. You see, that tip might have moved a fraction there, running along the side of that 2 ball, and he hit it off centre. Well, the cue ball's gone.
Where's the cue ball going?
That's a little bit unlucky that it scratched there at the speed he hit it. I mean, he hit it just about perfect to scratch.
And I'm thinking, well, this is the toughest shot here, getting onto the 2 ball. I can't see any other problem. As soon as if he gets on this 2 ball half decent, he should be running out. But this is you see, he's a bit wary. I mean, obviously the angle comes down the right hand side to avoid the traffic in the left, and he's going to leave it a wee bit shorter, get a rub off the 8. That's perfect. That'll do it.
Yeah. I mean, pool is it's just super tough playing against guys.
He's going a wee bit square.
Chances.
He's going that direction, so he'll be fine as long as he just gets it pocket weight. Yeah. He doesn't want to leak away behind the 6.
Make the ball.
Yeah, that'll do.
I mean, that kind of shot should be easy, because you don't have to do anything with a cue ball. Now this shot's a little touchier, but again, you're going to roll this with some right English. I would not necessarily bring this with a 6, because there's a side pocket there.
Well, do you not just come out up past the 7 into the middle of the table while he's trying to get into the gap?
I would have hit it like that, just like that.
Work. That'll work nicely.
You know, that made the rack simple. And you notice he got a little rub on the 7. And as a player, you got to realize which ball rub is going to hurt you and which is going to help you or which doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
And that 7 wasn't going to matter if he got a little rub on it. Because it makes the area bigger then.
Well, this is a common sense approach here from Mooncake. It gets the job done.
Well, Mooncake's played very well.
A lesson to everybody.
He's not missing balls, and he's moving the cue ball well. He's making good decisions. Now, we haven't seen anybody have to play safe. I can't remember how strong Mooncake's safety game is, but like if you're Mooncake now and you get a situation where you've got a tough shot, you should play safe. Don't give the guy any chances.
Ball has gone in again.
He did play a cut break that time. He lost the cue ball low, but he didn't scratch. So I'm expecting him to push out here. I would probably push.
I wouldn't go up the top side of that because you're asking for trouble when you start doing that.
I would push up a little bit and give a little less angle on this kick. Because I plan on kicking it. You could play the kick right now.
I think he's leaving an edge. He's just leaving an edge.
Yeah, and that's okay. Now there are safeties here. You can get them on the 6 ball. It's not an easy safe. You're probably going to sell out if you try that. If this was me, I would probably give this back. Because this is
and I'm
not
surprised he hasn't done
safety.
it. I'm surprised he has not done this because
when you cut that, see where the cue ball wants to go towards the 6.
Well,
now, that's just a terrible play.
Well, I mean that he can consider himself very lucky. I would have handed that back straight away.
Yeah, he's left an edge, and I think Bankster's just going to nick it. Oh, way too heavy. He didn't give up the shot, but that was way too heavy. So this is where he could get hurt after that. This is pretty easy to get safe on with the 5 and 8. Oh, that was very heavy-handed. Is he going to get him still? Nope.
No, he's left the pot this time.
And those kind of little touchy-feely safes are really important.
Well, again, provided the 1 ball goes in and the 2 ball, the cue ball is a shot in the 2, he should be out again.
Yeah. Well, see,
he's overcut
it.
He's overcut it. Well, here's your chance, Bankster.
Oh.
Yeah. And this is a must. This really is a must. I mean, 5-0 down. He's got to get himself started in this thing.
Well, he's gotten a few chances all of a sudden. He's been to the table a few times. And it's amazing what happens. You let the guy at the table a few times, even if it's in safety play, and all of a sudden he settles down and then he runs out the rack.
Oh, yeah, doesn't want to go too straight in this. Well, he's going to have to probably just leave this long.
This is not optimal. He may draw back, try to shoot in the side pocket. Nope, he's going to leave it long.
Well,
now, in real life, you'd never do that.
I would not have stuck it onto the short rail. That's the one thing I wouldn't have wanted to have done.
Well, he's got a little funny angle there, too.
Yeah.
Rolls it in.
Well.
And it's looking like he's going to get on the board here.
Yeah, you would expect him to roll the 8 and then he's on the 9, no problem. Is he going to try and get a bit closer, or is he going to just...
I don't know. He's just making balls, leaving himself safe. Long, and here he goes again. See, if you played like this in real life, you're going to be in trouble. Because a mechanical pull stroke in real life, eventually you're going to miss one of these long shots.
Well, that'll be a sigh of relief for him. Still a long way to go, of course. Goodness me.
Where's the cue ball going?
Why did he not just give it a little stun and a little jab to hold the cue ball?
Well,
I mean, that's ridiculous.
He'd rolled every single ball,
Oh, dear.
So he just did the same thing he's been doing, but he didn't think.
There is no excuse for that. I mean, that is pretty pathetic to fall into that trap, isn't it? I mean, he's been around virtual pool long enough to know that is an empty shot. That's a shot of a beginner, that shot right there, not to see what was going to happen. chickening out and playing a little stun just to hold the cue ball. I mean, the simplest shot in the world. And now he's definitely going goofy.
Well, that wasn't the easiest shot.
Yeah.
I mean, he hit it pretty good. He got a roll.
Well, there he was. I mean, that was in the bag. That
he's got a chance to kick this in. You definitely want to try to kick to make this. And if he hits it good, he's probably going to get safe or leave a tough shot. I mean, if you hit this pretty good, the one ball should stay down there. A cue ball's coming up table.
I've just read what Bedhead said. I don't know how long ago he typed that, but he said Bankster got to stop the bleeding pretty soon. Well, I think he just tried to cut a main artery there, Bedhead.
Now that was a pretty poor kick there, because you wanted to hit the one on the right side of it, and he missed it completely on the left side.
Well,
that was not a very good kick.
Is he going to be capable of redeeming himself here? I don't
know. He's got to wonder what's going on at this point.
I was saying this about Larry last night in the Friday night 9 balls, and a table like this, if this was Larry at the table, I always just get the sense that you can't 100% rely on Larry getting out in tables like this where there isn't really a problem, because sure enough he's going to do something or something's going to happen. And I've got that feeling about Bankster as well now.
Look at this.
Oh. Needs to hit the bump, yeah. He's doing his best to muck this up as well.
Larry's one of those guys that's a pretty good player and has a lot of knowledge, but he has trouble with execution sometimes.
There's just far too many unforced errors nowadays from Larry. He didn't used to do that, but if he's always had a track ball mouse, then you can only then put it down to the old concentration and the age game catching up with him. Now, this 8 ball looks fairly tight. Let's have a look at this 8 ball. I think that, well, it isn't. It's okay.
All right, so I think he's due to get one. I don't want to curse him or anything, but I think he's probably finally had enough of this screwing up. Maybe not.
You know,
some days.
Well, at least he's laughing about it.
For the poor guy.
At least he's laughing about it.
Yeah, I mean, trust me, I've had some of the worst stuff happen to me on the pool table. I've got a laundry list of bad things that happen to me.
Well, I mean,
where somebody gets lucky, or where I dog it, or whether I play like just dog shit, or there's always.
How bad is this going to get, though? How bad can this get?
It could get pretty bad, let me tell you.
I mean, we're scraping the bottom of the barrel here for Bankster.
The worst match I ever played was against Lee Van Corteza, who's a great player, but I got plenty of chances. I lost 9-0. And it was like I'd never held a cue before. And he's looking at me like, what the hell are you doing,
Yeah. Well, I'm saying nothing here because I don't rate his chances in getting out at all now. I mean...
Well, I think he's going to break the ice here. It's just tough spot, and as soon as I say that, he gets way out of line. See, this is what you can't do. He's got a simple shot on the 3 ball, and he leaves himself this. You can't do that.
See, I think this has already got well inside his head, and I think he's gone. I honestly do. I think he's gone. He's gone doolally, as we say.
Let's see what Mooncake does here. This is a tricky situation. This is a tough safety. Yeah, hits it pretty good. Yeah, actually, that came out really good because.
Yeah.
Now, if you wanted to, you might be able to do something crazy with that. And that's good enough to lose. So let's see how he hits this. It is possible to hit a kill shot on this. I don't think he will. I think he'll go back and forth. If I'm going to go back and forth, I'm coming back to shoot the 5 in the opposite corner. I'm going to hold it and come all the way back across and try to put the cue ball closer to where the 4 ball is now, just because you don't want to run close to the line. Now he decides to shoot the kill shot, and not very well. Mooncake has hit several shots with English. You know, remember the 1 ball he missed earlier? Overcut it like that with outside English. He seems to be having trouble with English.
If only
Larry says I ran 16 racks in 34 games. That's pretty freaking good.
If only Larry would just get an ordinary mouse for a week and see what happens.
I'm trying to think if I've never kept track of a stat like that. I'm sure I've done that on bar tables. I mean, I've run 9 in a row on bar table. Bar table, it's like, that's one of those, like, you're not supposed to miss. On a big table, though, I don't know if I've ever...
I'm sure you could stand at one end of a bar table, Steve. I'm pretty certain you could stand at the one end of the bar table and put both your left and your right hand into the corner pockets at the other end.
No, I can reach into a side pocket. That's it. But yeah, that's pretty good. 16 out of 34. You play like that, and But I think the real measure there, Larry, if you're playing in a tournament like this, is of how many of the 16 you didn't get out on. What did you do? Did you play safe? Did you sell out? Because that's the problem with this game. It's like you can play really well like that, but you sell out the racks you don't get out on, and you end up losing a match.
Romario says you've been in this situation many times. Of course you have. I've seen many of them as well.
Unfortunately, pool's a game that the bad hurts you more than the good helps you. So if you ran 16 out of 34, but you sold out half those other 34 games, you're probably losing most of your matches against good players.
Has he gone the wrong side, or is he still okay? He's fine. Now, what does he do here? I mean, this wants to run down and
roll
top.
Forward and shoot in the corner.
Yeah, see,
roll forward. See, comes up a little short. That's not bad. That's okay.
Just a bit tentative.
Yeah, that's okay though. I mean, this is just natural.
Yeah,
as long as you're putting yourself in positions where you don't have to do much with the cue ball, you're okay.
Yeah, but it starts messing with your head. So I mean, it's already messed with his head, but he's got a second one in the board.
That's not a shot you really should ever miss. I mean, a little more angle maybe, but not that angle.
There's that pattern with those 3 balls again.
Yeah. And if you watch pool in real life, you'll see that quite a bit.
I've never seen it.
You tell me no. That's because you're watching guys. You're watching guys play with a pattern rack. You won't see it with a pattern rack unless they hit it. If they hit a cut break and they hit it too thin, it will do that even with a pattern rack.
Now, what's he doing with this? Is he going for the... I don't know that that's any good if it sneaks out behind the... well, he's actually left a straight ball on here.
I think the idea was okay. Well, this is an interesting shot because you kind of need to force this through the 5 ball and shoot the 2 in the side.
No, what you do is you leave the cue ball where the 1 is and you play the 2-9-7 combo. I think the 7...
I don't think it goes.
I think that's going into the corner pocket.
Well, he's going to do neither. Miss the 1.
Is it going to the knuckle? Is it going to the... Maybe it is.
You would have to, if you could get on the outside of the 9. The problem is the 2's on the wrong side of it because the 2's going to push it further. And that's a nice play if it doesn't scratch. So this I like kind of drawing into the 9. You can maybe get, and that's what he's going to do. Don't take a chance with the corner pocket.
Well, he doesn't want the 2 to go in as well if he can help it, unless he gets... See, that's the problem. Now he's going to have to produce a shot here.
Okay. That's okay. So you got some choices here. You can try to play it on the side. You can go behind between the 4 and the rail. Now, I will say this about VP. I don't see guys try to go behind this ball much. And see, you know why I miss that? Because he's trying to hold the cue ball and he plays a little thick. I would have played that maybe, I would have played that to try to go behind the 4. And you say, well, what if I hit the 4? Well, if you're good with the cue ball, you probably won't. If you do brush the 4, it's not going to really matter much. Even if you hit the 4 pretty solid in that situation, you're probably going to have a shot. So
Again,
when you do things because you don't like the 6-inch gap between the ball and the rail, then stuff like what just happens. Little bump. Yep, good shot.
Well, he won't catch the side pocket this time. The 8 ball's fine. Now, it's a little nip back if he's going to play in the short side.
I might go forward with
this. Is he going to let this run out and just play the longer
because
cut?
I think, no, he's coming back.
Yeah, he's coming back. Yeah, see that bump in the rail there's just pushed it out of line.
That's one of the reasons. See, because going forward, you can just blast that. You know you're going to force the cue ball to the rail.
You're going to run.
There you got all the...
Yeah, well, he'll always missed that by the proverbial country mile, and Bankster's going to have to prove his worth here with a bank.
So this is the kind of thing with Mooncake, okay? It's like, those are the kind of things that keeps him from
presume he's
guys
playing
like
the bank.
Cobra and Albin.
Oh no, he's played the cut.
Doing stuff like that.
Good shot. Well,
you know, that's not a situation that you should fail on.
Is this is this an instance here where Mooncake sort of letting Bankster off the hook and letting him come into this match?
You know, I think it's just bad decision on what to do with the cue ball there.
He got a nice rub with the 5 onto that 1 ball there, because that's effectively pushed the 1 ball more into play. I mean, he's going to do well to have a decent shot in the 2 here.
This is automatic. Now, the problem is you got to leave...
Got to avoid the traffic.
Oh, boy.
Oh dear.
Look at the cue ball going.
Look at the rubbing 8 ball there.
Play it like that. I thought he'd come back and hit, the other long rail and come out, not go that way.
Oh, dear. Well, everything went wrong with the shot.
That's a good example of taking something that's pretty easy naturally and doing something unnatural with it.
Well, you see, I think
he's got the wrong angle here. I think he can get by the 4.
I think he was maybe unsure whether he could get through there clean. I mean, the only ball he did rub was the 8, and then he scratched off it.
Problems now. The combo does go. That's a very good shot.
Well, at least
that's good enough. So this, and I'll tell you why that's good enough. You're just trying to cut this 4 ball to the tit on the pocket. That's all you got to do is cut it at the tit.
Yeah, at the right pace, it's got to go in.
And if you overcut it, that's better than undercutting it.
Yeah, it went in fine. Oh, cue ball, it stays alive. Well, that little mini comeback there for Bankster, that's ended pretty abruptly.
Larry says throws wrong. You must have been talking about that combo you wanted him to shoot.
Yeah, yeah. So here we go for an 8-3 lead.
See, and that's a situation where, Bankster played the shot from the 1 to 2 wrong, and it's going to cost him.
Well, you start adding up all those. I mean, look at the mistakes. I mean, we've run out of fingers and toes to count the mistakes that Bankster's put in this, and we're not even halfway yet.
Yeah, he's lucky to have
far
3
too
games.
many.
I mean, Mooncake's actually screwed up a couple times.
Cue ball's gone.
Mooncake scratched on the break again.
Steve, you need to check the level of this table. Look at the state of these balls.
Yeah, well.
I mean, they're all rolling.
I've done 9-ball breaks where all the balls were above the head string.
Yeah.
Where all 9 balls were above the head string. Didn't make a ball. All 9 of them above the head string.
Yeah, it's weird how that can. I mean, that just proves that it proves one thing though, that the amount of combinations of where the balls can finish in the table are millions of different combinations.
It's infinite, Hugh.
Yeah.
It's a real space, which means it's infinite.
Now, I know nothing about chess, Steve, right? Absolutely nothing about it. Never played it. Never had any interest in it. It means you have to think a lot, which I don't like doing. But the one thing, somebody said a stat the other day, and I can't remember where I heard it, I can't remember if it was on YouTube, but they said that something like there are more sort of layouts in chess or whatever it is than there is in molecules or atoms in the whole of the observable universe. They said something to do with the observable universe. Now, is that right?
No, that does not sound right.
They said something along that line.
But there is, they may have said, you know, there's more than the grains of sand in the world or something. I mean,
no. This was
definitely some huge combination.
Yeah, this was all to do with the game of chess, and they made a statement, and I just can't remember where I heard it. But it was to do with everything in the universe. There was more.
There's an unbelievable number of combinations. I don't know what the number is. I'm sure somebody's computed it, but to say it's more than every atom in the universe.
Well, they said something, Larry. I just can't. If I could remember it, you know, that's why I'm ended up paraphrasing and not knowing what I'm talking about. But they said something to do with the either molecules or whatever it is in the observable universe. I don't know whether it was stars or something like that.
There's certainly more than the number of molecules in a guy's brain.
Right.
And that's a pretty good play there. I like that play. That's an excellent play.
Well, he's got the kick. 6 ball almost went into the top corner now. You know, he's not going to get a roll,
situation. Is he came out about as good as he could.
Yeah, it could have finished worse than that.
No, this is just bank this thing. And if you want to try to get a safe two, you can try to bank it at a speed you don't miss that the 9 ball comes into play. I think for most players, they're just going to try to make this bank.
I think you're always going to have a go at this.
Because the safe's pretty easy to run this cue ball at the 7. So you thin cut the 6 and run the cue ball at the 7. That's the other choice.
Yeah, try and get cover behind that 8.
If you're not making this ball, you should be running at the 7.
I think he's made his mind up here.
Well, you got to be really sure you're making this. See, so that already came off bad. I mean, especially the way he had to hit it.
Well,
he should have just played safe. And the reason why, if you run the cue ball at the 7, the 7's a stopper and the 8's sitting there, it's almost impossible.
He's digging in deep, and now he's thinking of running it. Got to run this big time. Probably end up the short side here with this one.
See, as a player, you don't want to do what Mooncake did.
He's trying to nip back. I thought he was worried about the scratch. That's a great shot.
You don't want to let the guy get back into the match. He should have played safe there.
Well, that's an excellent shot.
Bank, you got to make it.
Well, I mean, one good shot like that could certainly settle him down. And he's only going to be what is he? He's going to be 4 behind? Yeah. Welcome to Vertical Liquid.
That was pretty much a tragedy what Mooncake did there.
Now needs a follow-up. A good follow-up could be very handy here.
Now, if you watch somebody like Josh Filler in that situation, he's probably going to shoot that bank shot, but he's going to make it.
Well, that was a great break. 1 ball in the side that time in the break, by the way. 1 ball, 2 ball, 4 ball gone.
So that last shot Mooncake missed is already a 2-game swing. Now it could be 3 because Bankster could run out here.
Now, quick look at this 8 ball. Well, you've got to be careful with this 8 ball. I mean, now you can't really see whether it's on the point or not. Let me have a look. No, it isn't.
My blind grandmother could make that, Hugh.
Yeah, well, from here where we're looking, it looks as if it's sitting on the point, but it's not. And well, you're going to have to run the cue ball now, unless he just leaves it and cuts it and starts running the cue ball.
No, you'll run the cue ball. You got plenty of angle. There's no problem here.
Right, just drop. Now, is he going to follow this into the side? Is he going to do something absolutely, totally stupid?
That's pretty hard to do.
Well, you'd have thought he wouldn't have done that daft to follow that ball in earlier on in the match, but yeah, that's what he should have done earlier on. Exactly what he did there.
So Mooncake shooting that bank is 3 games and counting now.
And as you said, I mean, there was a shot there to try and rub that cue ball onto the 7 and use the 8 ball for cover, and he never maybe he didn't have the nerve to play it or whatever. He didn't trust it.
It wasn't really that difficult a shot. I mean, he moves the cue ball pretty well.
Well, certainly Bankster's not only getting a ball in the break, but he's on the 1, and if he can just bump that cue ball out, he's on the 2. He's now in trouble because he's now running into balls, I think, unless he can stun off it and avoid it. I think he can do it, yeah. I think he's going to get away with it.
This could be 4 games right here. I mean, it should have been 4 games. He didn't play a very good shot there.
Well, again, he's playing it ultra cautious.
That worked out pretty good, though, because he can just shoot a stop shot here in its natural position to get to the 7. Now, he looks like he's rolling it, which may or may not come out good, depending on the angle he ends up with.
Well, this is the one where he could end up in trouble here.
Yeah, that's okay. He needs to hit a hard stun here. He's putting English on it. I don't like that.
I think he's judged the weight well, as long as he doesn't scratch.
See, the English is the plus minus. What that English does is it makes the cue ball travel further. Could have traveled in the corner pocket, but it does make it easier to slide it sideways.
Well, I think he needs to be a wee bit more positive here with this cue ball and get it out of there.
Well, he can go forward with this if he wants. I think that's what he's going to do.
And it needs to keep going, and that looks pretty good. Okay, he's just overdone it a wee bit, but he could just drag that off and hold it off there. So no problem.
That's 4 games now.
Yeah.
Because I'm talking about is guys just don't, all you guys watching this match, you got to be sitting there going, shit, I ain't shooting that bank shot next time.
Oh, dear. For God's sake, man. I mean, that again. I mean, what's he thinking? What's Bankster doing?
That's the second one.
Unbelievable.
That's the third one. He scratched on one and hung 2 of them up.
Careless.
That's the third game he's just given.
I mean, look at the change again. And again, Mooncake's not having to break sweat with these mistakes happening there. Bankster could have been breathing down his neck virtually. And suddenly it's back to 4. Oh, God.
Well, so 1 9-ball he scratched on and 2 he hung up. That alone is a 6-game swing.
Well, that's
it would have been 8-6 Bankster instead of 9-5.
I'm not having that.
It's unbelievable.
I'm not having that, Romario. No way am I having that. That he's nervous. That's a load of crap. He's played enough tournaments. He's just sloppy and not giving it due care and attention. That's what that is.
All I can say to that, Romario, is you shouldn't be listening to the stream while you're playing.
Yeah, maybe he's discovered Google Chrome's Translate and he's using that.
Watch the stream after you play. Try to learn something, or learn something here.
I mean
after, when you see guys make a mistake, and Hugh or I call it out, and it costs them 4 or 5 games, it's like that should be a learning experience. Don't do that.
Yeah. Mooncake says you're making me look bad. I don't know when he said that.
And I will say this also, Romario. I say plenty of positive things. If they do something good, I say it. If they do something bad,
I mean, I call a spade, and whether you like it or not, it doesn't matter to me. If I think it's crap, I'll say it's crap. And that was crap. There's no other way to disguise it. No excuse for it. Somebody of his experience playing stupid stuff like that. Now, he's just got to watch this 9-ball. It's off the rail. Now, if this was me, I'd still be coming around the table to get on it into the other pocket. I wouldn't be too scared to play it past the side pocket.
He's not.
Well,
I would have gone forward there too. And the reason why?
Yeah.
The reason why I would have gone forward there was straight top and just hit it. And you
do not like this. I do. There we go again. I'll tell you, commentator's eye. You've got to see that as a problem and make it easier for yourself.
It's a bad choice.
Yeah.
All I had to go was straight top on that.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. You just do not want to put yourself into these situations. And again, he's sold out again. And now it's 10-5. You think to yourself, well, just help yourself to the whole bloody match the way this is going. Where's the cue ball going?
I'll be honest with you. I'll tell you one of the reasons why guys keep doing this over and over and over again is because they play so much free play. They don't gamble. You know, if you at least played wager matches, they don't. The thing is that they do stuff like that and they don't care. Then when they get one of these matches, same thing, and now they care. But it's just bad habits because that's how they play in free play.
Well, sometimes Liquid, the truth hurts. That's all I'm saying there. It's nothing about hurting somebody's feelings. Because I'll tell you something, that the one person that knows it was crap was the person that just played the shot.
Well, actually, they may not. that's why I'm saying something. The idea is to learn not to do that.
Most of the time. But goodness me, and Bankster says, I can't remember the last time I played this badly. Well, he must have a short memory.
Uh-oh. Oh, boy, that was close. I will say this. When you walk in the pool room and you listen to the guy making all the excuses, I guarantee you that's not the guy that's winning all the money or winning tournaments. Because the first thing that you have to do to become a really good player is be honest with yourself. If you're always making up excuses and not taking responsibility for your own actions on the table, then, you know, it's hard to become a good player because maybe you feel better about yourself in the short term, but you're not going to improve.
Oh dear. Well, there's a mistake. And a lifeline again for Bankster. Well, the thing is, I think the one good point is if you're playing shots and you are hearing voices in your head, whether you think you're imagining you're listening to Steve or whatever, then that might be a good thing, because if you actually pay a bit more attention to that little voice in your head, then you don't. You probably end up doing less numpty stuff.
I don't think so. I'll disagree with that one. The way that you want to play pool is you want to react. So how do you learn to react properly? Well, the way you learn to react properly is by thinking about.
I don't like this
in your free play.
I don't like this. Oh dear. As soon as that cue ball started rolling, I thought, this is a disaster.
That's the time to think is in free play. Or, you know, you go back and watch a stream of yourself playing and kind of reviewing everything that happened you did. What you don't want to do is start trying to think about it during a match like this, because that doesn't work. You need to learn to react to the situation, and that's the only way you're going to really play well.
Well, you see, you've got it wrong there, Romario. We're not slagging other people off. We're questioning their thought process and why they're doing stupid stuff. I mean, why they don't see the obvious. You know, I mean, these elementary mistakes.
Well, again, I just said why I think they do it. Because they play like this all the time when it doesn't matter. And when they get in a match and it does, they do the same thing.
This ain't cut and dried, by the way, although it is off the rail.
I can tell you why Cobra's good. Cobra's good because he's anal. He's a very anal person. And I've watched him get better and better. He's picked up on stuff. Albin's the same way. That's why he's good.
Mm-hmm.
These guys are good because they really pay attention to things and they look at every way they can possibly get better. And, you know, if you don't do that, it's hard to become a really good player. Because there's plenty of guys that have a lot of talent, including you, Romario. But, you know, if you're going to win one of these, you got to learn to play.
You might as well go and talk to a brick wall, Steve. He's been at it for 20 odd years doing the same stuff. It makes no difference what you say. He's going to play exactly the same way.
Well,
he's going to do exactly the same mistakes.
I'll say this: if he's having a good time and he's
having a good time,
fine.
yeah. I mean that's always a lot of players say, "Oh, I'm just having fun." Oh, you're having fun.
That's you know, that's fine. I mean, you know, ultimately this is entertainment. I mean, you're not making a living doing this, so. If you're happy and you know, because a lot of guys don't want to work at their games, and there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not going to ever sit here and say, oh, you have to work on your game, because you don't. I say stuff so that people want to work on their game.
Did you read that? Did you read that in the chat, Steve?
No.
No one has fun playing VP4. It's pure misery.
Well, that's a lot of that comes down to, your approach to it. I mean, you should be having fun. I will say that, for me, pool is more like work than it is like golf is more like fun for me than pool is, because I worked really hard to play at a high level.
He's gone to that spot.
I still enjoy it. It's just a different kind of enjoyment. I enjoy being under the gun. I enjoy playing in high level competition, but you got to accept the failures in that, because you're going to fail a lot. That's just the nature of it.
Well, Botrix in the chat there comes up and says, thank you for the follow, Simon Williams. That's what I forgot to mention. I had a new subscriber the other day, and it is Simon Williams. And for anybody that doesn't know, that is Nugget, formerly
Nugget
of VP3.
I even remember that was Simon Williams, yeah.
The tournament... or the guy that had the tournament system in VP3, it was just it was nothing to do with Steam, with GameSpy or anything. It was something he built himself.
You guys are funny. Well, let me tell you what, I've hated myself before playing pool, but that's the thing about pool is if you're the kind of person that likes to win all the time, this is the wrong game for you. Because,
you're going to
lose
make you
more than you're going to
psychotic.
win.
That, and combine it with the fact you could be playing one pocket as well, that would really drive you crazy. That's that's probably why Bedhead is crazy. One pocket will drive you insane.
Now this is a cool little shot. He's not going to play it.
Has he got tight enough though?
That's a very good safety. He's not tight enough, but it's still pretty good.
Now you could try and get cheeky here if he goes off the railing.
That's actually a good decision, because even though the shot was cool, that was so simple.
Now see if he doesn't play this hard. If he doesn't play, I spoke too soon, didn't I? I spoke too soon. If he doesn't play this hard, he might just get a rub and split those balls and fall behind the other one.
So right now in this situation, what you got to realize is the 3 ball is a tricky one to get on. So you're going to put the ball in place in the 1 ball so you can get the angle that you need on this 2 ball. That's just critical that you get on the 2 ball just how you want. See, I don't like that
I think
play.
he's got there. I think he's the wrong side,
That's
is he?
terrible play. See, that's...
You know something though, Steve? See a good bit of right English, I think he can come up, and if he misses the bump in the 5, I think he'll be good here. And is he going to play it? I think he'll be good.
Well, he can maybe get there, but I'm just saying that's really a poor play from that situation.
Yeah, I mean, he shouldn't be here to play that shot, but he hasn't played it. He's trying to get into a crazy gap. You know something? He's got there.
And he did.
He's
good
got
shot.
there.
Excellent shot.
Well, I would have juiced that up with the right English.
But this is the same guy that took a gimme situation and got terrible on the 2, and he hits a beautiful shot to get on the 3. I mean,
here's a percentage shot, giving himself a shot.
He's capable, but does stuff that you're like, oh, how can you not get the angle the other way on that shot?
Oh, he's going to go to no man's land.
This is going to be a problem.
Now,
if this is me, I'm making the ball rolling forward and then playing safe, sticking the cue ball on the 7, banking the 6 up table.
Well, I mean, he's dead. He's pretty straight in this 5 ball.
Every single time I'm playing 6 I'm playing a 6 ball for a safety. All you got to do is get over towards the end rail. If you can get to the end rail,
and just killing it stone dead. Yeah, kill it stone dead.
It's the most obvious play in the world. You just...
What's he trying to do here? He's doing acrobatics here. Watch the cue ball. He looks like he's doing something crazy. Oh, no, he's trying to bump them and break them. That'll work.
I don't care how good that works out. That's the wrong play.
No, I mean, he should have nailed him, shouldn't he? Yeah. I agree with you.
That's like
that's probably what I would have done.
That's like betting all your money on a draw to an inside straight or something like that. It's like you got the simplest play in the world, and you do something that it could come out. Who knows?
Yeah, it looks as if he's going to get away with it though. Again, he's got to get, unless he's going to leave the long cut in this 9 ball, he's got to get pretty decent in the 8 ball to get reasonable shape in this 9, and I don't think he wants to be shooting over the 9 for a start. That's not a good idea. He's in trouble here because this is bolt straight. Now, he could just jab up and stun it a bit, which I think is what he's tried.
Excellent shot there.
Yeah.
You hit that really well. I'll tell you the other problem with that, Hugh, is you got a guy like Mooncake who's a good player, who's playing the match he should win. He does that, and then, then he's playing Albin and he does that, and it doesn't come out that way, and he loses the match. Because people learn by negative reinforcement. People learn by bad stuff happening. And so you have some success doing something crazy. The problem is it's the wrong play. It's not the percentage play. And you're teaching yourself to do the wrong thing. That's why gambling's good. You gamble on the pool table and you do the wrong thing and you pay, and then you do that same wrong thing and you pay. After 2 or 3 times of that, you're going to be like, I'm not doing that anymore.
You end up in poverty in the gutter, yeah.
Yeah. But when it doesn't matter so much, then, people...
You won't learn from it. You'll keep doing it.
Yeah. I mean, there are probably people that could learn from it, but that's the exception, not the rule. Most of us, it's going to be pure negative is what helps us learn.
Well, I'm pretty certain there's a lot of people come to this game. I've said this before. There's a lot of people come to this game and pay absolutely no attention to what the settings is for the mouse, and they keep banging. And especially if they use the auto setup, I mean, the auto setup will muck your mouse up good time.
You see that shot he just made on the 5 ball?
No, I was reading the chat.
Yeah, that was see, that shows he understands a lot about moving the cue ball. He was able to hit it with enough speed to move the cue ball out. I mean, this guy's a really good player. He should be winning more. He just needs to change the way he plays.
Yeah, and again, it's the same old excuse I give these guys. I mean, he is a solid player, but it's table time that does him, I think. In the end, he doesn't get a lot of VP4 online, certainly. So, he's not in this situation, 2 or 3 times a week. It's like whenever he enters a tournament like this, that's when he gets his table time. Unless he is playing offline, I don't know, but he's still got a comfortable enough lead now, 13-6. Dry break, though, and Bankster just having to produce time and time again, and I think we all think he's probably, from the evidence we've seen, not going to be good enough to get right back into this, but who knows, anything can happen. Golden break, and we haven't seen a golden break, have we? Not in this match.
Not this match. We've seen plenty of scratches on a break.
Oh, yeah. I wonder if Tam's there. Tam went into the room and I don't know whether...
See, this is an interesting shot. I'd shoot this in the side and let the cue ball bump the 8 myself. But you got to understand how the ball is going to move off other balls. I might shoot it the way he's shooting it too. Well, not like that. I would have played it in the other corner.
I think Tam's probably been watching the football and that was half time or whatever, and he's just come in to have a look.
He's been playing a lot recently, he says.
Oh, Mooncake has. Maybe at times I haven't been here.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's a good player. There's no doubt about it. He's got good skills. He's got a good feel for the cue ball. But to win at high level of competition, he's got to change some of his decision-making process.
Well,
I'll tell you, when I first started going down to hard times and playing in the hard times tournament, all I did was lose to good players. I lost and lost and lost.
Why is he not going the other? Why is he not going the other way? I don't understand that shot. I don't understand that. He had enough room Larry will tell you. Larry will tell you. He would have went this side. I'm pretty certain he would have went this side and got something of that 2-ball. I don't know whether he might have got enough to get it in, but look at where it's sitting.
Yeah.
I don't know that going the right side there was any good because he was always likely to collide with a 5. Anyway.
They always say, and truthfully, they say you got to learn to lose before you can learn to win. Oh boy, look at that shot.
Well, here we go.
So what that means, Hugh, is it means that, you know, people are like, well, why do I need to learn to lose? Well, because losing is what teaches you how to win. Losing is what teaches you don't do this because you're not going to win if you do this.
Well, I would say that there's some players, not naming names, that are doing stuff and losing. All I'll say is they're taking a long time to learn.
Well, yeah. I mean, some people have learning disabilities.
They're stretching it a bit.
And one player that I know that has that, is his initials are real pulling power #1.
Yeah. He's still ranting at me, by the way, on Facebook, just to let everybody know. I'm still getting rants every day from him.
Yeah, he's, you know.
I mean, I could go through a whole list of bullshit that he's been tight. I just don't reply to him. I just delete them. Oh, well, has he got a rub there? I think he has. Yeah, I think could he tweak this? Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. Now he could try a cheeky little edge of the 4 and a billiard and that 9 in. Commentator's eye, but he's not looking at it. He thinks he can twist this in. But there's a cheeky little billiard there. Oh, he's going to jump the edge of it. What do I know? Because I'd never jumped that. Yeah, it was dead easy in the end.
Very good. Yeah, very good shot.
Well,
now this shot's a little tricky. It does go. You got to hit it thinner than you think.
It's the other side of the pocket, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to hit this pretty thin, but it does go, and you can roll it.
Well, he doesn't trust himself.
Obviously, I mean it's a shot that you see a lot of people hit the tit on.
Oh, goodness me.
Well, unfortunately for him, it came out pretty much perfect to get on the 6. I think he can get by without bumping the tit. But even if he bumps the tit a little, he's probably okay. You just can't hit this too hard.
Yeah.
You hit it too hard. Well, maybe he wasn't going to get there. I mean, that got a lot of tit.
Well, again, I think he's going to have to tweak this cue ball a bit.
Go back and forth. He could go just 4th, but
well, he's putting loads of left on this. He could end right on top of the 6 here doing that, but I think he's okay.
He went just 4th, and that's pretty good. He hit it well.
Well, the angle is good.
Is if you just watch Mooncake hit some shots like that, you'd be like, how come this guy doesn't win more? Because he knows how to play.
Well, when did this match start? 7 o'clock, so an hour and 8 minutes. It certainly doesn't look as if we're going to get the full quota of racks in this match, unless there's a sudden turnaround.
No, this is. I mean,
it's all but over.
Mooncake is the better player. I mean, you look at their ratings, and they're probably pretty accurate. And you watch them play, and Mooncake was definitely the favorite in this match.
Yeah, but I think
then Bankster didn't do himself any favors with 2 missed 9 balls and a scratch on a 9 ball. All of them were just simple situations.
Well, exactly. That's why I would say if there was a first-time viewer watching these pair tonight, they'd be thinking like it's like we're looking at a pro and we're looking at a novice player. Some of the shots he's done.
Well, he's certainly not a novice player.
Well, I've never seen Bankster. I don't think I've seen Bankster do some as stupid stuff as I've seen today. In any time I've watched him, he's usually been pretty solid.
Because Mooncake's given him some chances. He just hasn't taken advantage. Now, that was an interesting decision there. So, This is the kind of shot you got to be a little careful on because of side pocket.
What's Larry laughing at? Am I missed something? Somebody tell me the joke. By the way, I only got 1 like in Friday Night 9-Ball last night, so I better get more than that in this bloody stream. Or there'll be questions
right now
asked.
You're on, let's see, what are you on now?
Oh, hi, Gemini, France.
You're on 2, and one of them was me, so you're not
well,
doing
that's
good.
pretty pathetic. Are you sure it's Germany and France? I don't think that's the match that's on in and out. It's not Germany and France at the World Cup. Germany's went home. Who the hell's making up fairy stories? Oh, is that who that is? Oh, he must be drinking something, because I don't know where he's come up with this Germany versus France in an hour.
And now it's going to be 15-6.
Well, I'm fairly disappointed, and I thought this. I mean, I had it all lined up in my head, thinking this is going to be a fairly close battle, but probably Mooncake going to be the favourite. But it's been a big letdown, and Bankster would like this match to start all over again, I'm pretty certain. But again,
yeah, I'm sure he's not particularly enchanted with how he's played.
Well, you've got to live in hope, because there's always
this is where you don't want to leave yourself. You don't want to leave a shot like this that you're thinking, well, I can make this combo, but it's just not that easy.
It looks like he's going round the corner and trying to follow behind the 8 ball here. Yeah.
I think that's a good choice.
Well, it would have been good if it hadn't rubbed that 7. I don't think
this can be made. You have to twist it a little. So left English and twist this, and it goes. The cue ball
he's going to jump over the edge again.
See, there's no reason to jump this. This is. I'll tell you why you don't want to jump that, because see where the cue ball is now?
Yeah.
He could have shot that with left English.
Yeah.
And the cue ball's going to turn around the ball some.
Well, that 3 balls nailed to the rail.
Enough, raise the butt a couple degrees. Well, this is definitely bankable. He's not going to shoot the bank.
No, it's reasonable enough. Well, this is touchy. If he's going to try and do something,
you can play the hard.
Well, he's
top.
played the billiard. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt that he played the billiard there, because he didn't hang around.
That's a game-winning shot there.
Oh, I think you've just cursed him saying that, Steve.
Well,
yeah, I think he's trying to hook himself. Well, again, he's got to watch the side pocket, because I'm pretty certain he's wanting to come down the short side, obviously. Well, here we go again. No, he isn't. And he's going to no man's land. Look at the cue ball. Nowhere. Oh, dear. I mean, this is really the worst performance I think I've seen from Bankster. I really have to say that. He's missed so many shots. Oh dear, and suddenly Mooncake's had a brain fart, because he's trying to get tricksy and hold for that 7 ball into the corner past the 8. Bedhead cut. Well, anywhere up above the 7, and he should have some sort of shot on it. A little bump there, and pretty straight in, reasonable enough. But I daren't say anything, because you just don't know what Bankster's going to come up with next.
Well, it's pretty hard to screw this up, but he's shown he can.
Well, he could have followed that 8 ball in there like he did earlier on the 9. Well, another consolation. Well, I'm going to give Bankster a target to get to 10. He's not got many racks to go to get there. And
we're missing some people today. We don't have Cobra. We don't have Jose.
Yeah, well, the problem is the World Cup is on, so there's a match almost coming to a conclusion right now, I think. If it hasn't already finished.
That is not going to work out for him, and that's looking like another game lost. Because I'm pretty sure Mooncake will run this out. He's putting a lot of left English on this. He could have just put a little less, made the shot easier, and just let it bump the 6. All you had to do is get to the other side of it.
Well, I'm looking to see where this can go wrong. I mean, he's got loads of room to go on the 4. I suppose, depending on how he lands in the 4, they're going to depend on how good he'll be in the 5.
The only way this can go wrong is brain fart.
Now, what does he do? Does he come up into the table and play the 5 into the same pocket?
I'd probably shoot it in the side pocket because you don't have to do anything with the cue ball. You just roll the.
Well, when you say you don't have to do anything, how's he getting in the 6 then?
Stop shot.
Yeah, he's thinking my way, I think. Although he's gone too far.
There's nothing wrong with that. It was just a little harder to get good position. I mean, the side pocket was a little narrow at that angle. I mean,
you've got to watch the cue ball here, though. Avoid the scratch. The spin will work. It'll work very nice.
Yeah, he's fine. I mean, you got to expect he's going to run out that kind of table every time.
Well, Mooncake's made mistakes, which you can, you can concede that for the fact, like we've said, he doesn't play an awful lot. Well, there's another one. Commentator's curse there. Bang. No sooner they open my mouth, he's hung the 7. But, I mean, for the most part, he's been fairly solid, but he's got to be like that if he's going to go deeper in the tournament. You've got to eliminate the errors.
He's played pretty good. He's just made some questionable decisions. But, he hasn't missed a lot of balls. His cue ball's been pretty good.
What's Count Chocula doing? Somebody message Count Chocula for me and tell him I ignore people in the chat when I'm live streaming.
Well, he tried to PM me, and
maybe he's got a problem, but
he's got questions about the game. What I told him is ask it in the stream, but he doesn't do that.
Yeah,
all he's got is he can come into the stream and ask it, but instead he's asking in the lobby. He wants to PM.
Oh, hang on a minute. I'm just going to tab out for a second. Hang on, wait till I get this. If we can get this thing, and I'll just paste that in the lobby and see if we can actually read. Maybe he doesn't read English. Hang on a second.
He's typing good English in the lobby right now.
Right, hang on. If I can just get back into the game and then go to the lobby tab. Maybe he's asking about, I don't know whether he might be asking about coming into the stream if his 5 is PMing me. So we'll see if he appears. He's leaving it a bit late though.
See, I'm trying to get you guys into the stream here.
So Mooncake 15-8 in front. Little rub off that 6 ball. It's not done any harm. And again, he's going to be 1 rack closer to the finish line here.
And he's going to stun this. Well, so he's got a choice: either a soft draw and just kind of stop it there, or go forward. I would probably go forward on this every time.
Yeah, go forward and just check it a wee bit, just to be certain. But maybe not. Maybe you could play it plain ball, but he's fine.
You don't need to check that; it's automatic. So, I mean, it's a little frustrating to me to watch guys like Mooncake who are good players and then watch how they play, and it's the thing is he's been a good player for a long time, but he's kind of making the same mistakes he's made for a long time.
Well, Bankster's still too short of the target I've given him. Is he going to get a chance to get there though? 4 balls tracking, didn't go. The break is dry. No shot in the 1. Or is there? Is there a blast thin cut into the side on here? Let's have a look. Well, it's just beyond halfway. I don't know whether he can blast that and cut that in.
You can, but that's a pretty tough shot.
Yeah, he had a go at it, got it too thick.
Didn't hit it thin enough. You got to be pretty thin on that. That's the kind of cut where you're risking missing the whole ball if you shoot at it, because you got to hit it super thin.
That's why I would miss that cut. I would skim the cue ball past it, try to see the edge. So you just stop the cue ball and leave the cut
as
in
a
the
player, that's a consideration on some things where you're like, I have to hit this so thin that I could miss it. Same thing on some safeties. That's got to be a part of your decision-making process. Do I want to take that chance?
What was
because if you miss it, it's ball in hand.
Did anybody read what this Count Chocula guy was asking in the lobby?
I did.
What was he asking? Oh, where's this cue ball going? I think he's okay.
He says if I set up a straight shot, is accuracy programmed is slightly off if I stroke the shot hard.
Well,
so he's asking if the game automatically changes accuracy when you hit it hard, and no, it doesn't. But the thing you got to realize online, and all you guys know this, is that the Q-tip isn't always set exactly at center. So you have to set it, and just like real life, and you may not get it exactly right. And when you stroke it hard, any kind of Q-tip that is not in center, that will be exaggerate what the cue ball does.
Yeah.
Now, in real life, stroking it hard is a whole nother ball game because, you have to have good enough stroke mechanics to do that. There's a human element, and having good enough stroke to where you can be accurate hitting it hard is not something that's easy to do. It takes years of practice.
Well, this is just a sort of march to the end of this match here for Mooncake.
Yeah, I mean, it's been very comfortable for him. He's played pretty good. Bankster's made it easy for him. Definitely not one of Bankster's better matches.
Right. Well, I don't know whether can he hold this. He's trying to hold it. Yeah. Hold it.
Yeah,
held it well enough.
Draw.
It's a bit misleading looking at it. That looked like that cue ball wanted to run away behind the 8 ball there, but it was fine. He could comfortably hold it.
Yeah.
So he's going to be 2 away and breaking. But I believe
you know what the races do now, huh?
Oh, I do now.
You figured that out.
Did you watch any of that video, Steve?
No, but you told me about it.
Yeah, because I went totally crazy. I was done in by the end of it. I was getting so excited at what was happening, and then of course I was totally. I thought it was a race to 18. Oh dear. Well, Mooncake drying the break. Bankster
running it right at the pocket.
Trying to scratch again. So. He needs that little angle on the 3 to come around the back of the 4 or stun off the rail and come across the 4. That looks like what he's going to be able to do. 4 blocked by the 5. So everything's handy up that end. The only thing he has to do is move the cue ball down for the 6 and then back up for the 7. Easier said than done. Again, it's just a little exercise in how you're controlling the cue ball is. Going that end of the table down to this end of the table. So the golden rule here is don't land on top of the 6 and don't try and get to the short side. I can't believe he's trying to get there, but...
Yeah, he's English and his tip was a little above center and that wasn't going to work.
Yeah, I mean, anything to make his life even harder. He gets a rub in the 7. He's going to hit the knuckle of the side pocket. He's going to be on the 7. I'll tell you, this is... let's just say it's a little bit uncontrolled. And be generous by saying that.
I know guys in real life that play like that, and in real life,
it's like walking a tightrope, Steve. So
shots, or it's
just walking a tightrope every time.
Well, let me tell you what: if you play like that in real life, you can get a lot of action. Everybody wants to play.
Oh, aye, yeah. they're waiting you falling apart. Well,
yeah,
there
but
we
the
go.
thing is all the players that, you know, don't run out all the time. The players that are, you know, guys that can run half a rack pretty easily, but aren't monsters. Those guys need people to play, and they want to play guys that let them to the table. And the guys that play this kind of style, like Bankster's playing, are going to let them to the table, so they get action.
Now,
Where's the cue ball
he's
going?
not going to do anything silly here, because if he gets out into the table,
he could play for the gap, and that's
he's
what
got
he's
a 3-7. He has played in the gap. He could play the 3-7 combo, but I think that line that he's taking, he can just jab this and hold the cue ball.
You know, when you're playing for a gap like that, and you can roll the cue ball, that's not too bad. If you're playing a gap like that, and you're stunning it into it or spinning it over, you know, then that becomes difficult.
Yeah, that'll work. He missed the 8 ball. That was the golden rule there.
Is this going to be the greatest comeback ever?
No, far from it. Oh, good evening to Hazard. You're a bit late to the... Well, it isn't much of a party. In fact, it's a bit of a damp squib, I would call this. Yeah, Bankster's been a big letdown tonight. I was thinking this could be quite tight, you know, to get to the wire, but we're far from it. Well, he's on 10. I'll give him his dues. He's got to 10. He's got to the target. It always makes the scoreboard look that wee bit better when you're in double figures.
Well, didn't get a ball down, and there is a shot on the one ball.
And there's an 8.
This table looks pretty good.
There's an 8-9 combo. You know, you don't want to pot the 7 and then try and bump the 8 into play, do you? If you get that far, you want to leave the 8-9 combo sitting there.
Yeah, it's sitting pretty good.
I mean, you need to play that really bad. And because the 7 ball's so handy, you can get the cue ball right onto the spot to play that combo.
Especially with the 6s, I mean.
Yeah, I mean, there's no excuse for not getting on it fairly plumb.
But you never know what guys are going to do. I think Mooncake's smart enough not
see,
to
already,
move it.
I mean, if this was me at the table, I would have already discussed that with my little voice in my head and said, right, well, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do that. Now, here he might be getting crazy and actually hope he still gets in the 5. He could be drawn into this and hoping to open him up and then end up hooking himself.
No, he's not going to do that.
No, he isn't. He's going to see sense. Because that's exactly what I would be doing. If that was me at the table, I would have already asked the question, what am I doing? Am I potting the 6 and holding for the 7 and then holding for the 8-9 combo? Yes, I am. And, you know, once that decision's made, that's how you go about it. He's a bit short here.
Yeah,
you know, again, all the room in the world to get right up on top of that 6 ball.
And that's kind of...
And it's just sloppy. It's sloppy and not giving it proper care and attention.
Well,
you play
now
it
he's
right.
got to put a little kill on it.
Yeah.
He takes a chance he's going to miss a ball.
Now he's running, and then
down.
it has to get legs. And I think he's actually played this pretty damn good.
He's
I mean,
played it well.
That is right on the money.
But the guy that shoots that shot and you go, ooh, that's a good shot, that's the guy you want to play. Because the guy that's really good would have put the cue ball in the spot. All he had to do was stop it and shoot the 7.
Well, he's got to shoot this really, really badly for it not to go in. I mean, this is in all the way. And he's on the hill, breaking for the match. Well, I think Mooncake had already made that decision as well, round about the same time, but he scratched.
Where's the cue ball going?
He scratched again.
That's got to be the 4th or 5th time he scratched.
Oh, dear.
Let's get that figured out. So,
what
I think
we've
most of
got
us would
here
run this
is
rack out. Maybe not me, but most of you
failure
guys
to
would.
communicate. Some men you just can't reach.
Yeah, well,
and, you
you're
know,
going to
see the distance he is from the 2 ball. So the thing about pool, and this is kind of a thing you guys can remember because it helps, is let's say you got a shot and you're not, you know, what you got to do to the cue ball. You're not
he's messing with the
sure.
7. He's messing with the 7. He should have went the short side. He had
So
all
you're
the
not
room
exactly
to come in the
sure
short side.
how you're going to get on that ball. if you just get like kind of that distance from it, like 18 inches, you're going to be okay.
Mm-hmm.
Even if it's not exactly the shooting at the pocket you want it to.
Well, there's an example there of Bankster not or totally ignoring any voice in his head that if he doesn't play the shot that he did play correctly enough, he's going to hook himself behind the 7. He should have went down the short side. That takes the 7 ball out of the equation altogether.
Yeah.
And if you judge the pace right, you'd have had a half decent shot on that 6 ball. And as it is, Arnie time.
So who said 1910? Somebody said 1910.
You're right enough. Somebody did call it 1910.
Was it Albin?
Well, it might have been Bedhead.
I think Albin said 1910.
Somebody said 1913, maybe. No doubt they'll remind us in a second or two.
But Bankster should have got more games.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he gave a lot
he's
away.
at least 5, if not 6 racks short of where he could have been. Definitely, with all of those errors, missing sitters as well, and following the 9 ball into the pocket. You can add them all up. So, Mooncake knows that there's room for improvement. Bankster needs a hell of an amount of improvement if he's going to survive in the one-loss side, but that's where he's headed. Now, if we have a quick look here, we have Albinario Interchange X tomorrow at 5 p.m. British Summer Time, so that's noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific. And an hour later, we have Romario Sergeresh. Now, I'll probably see Slim tomorrow, and I'll give, because the assumption is that Slim is off work tomorrow and Monday, and see what he wants to do, what one he wants to do. I'll do either of them. I'm not fussed. Then we've got Larry Bedhead as well at 8 o'clock. So, I mean, we've got a big clash of matches running into one another.
Yeah, there's a lot tomorrow.
And then you've got Cobra on Monday against VMAX Joe and Poolkabout and Spectre Dawn.
So,
on
for
Monday
sure,
as
I'd
well.
like to do Albinario and Interchange X, and I might skip Romario versus Sergeresh because Romario doesn't want me slagging on him. So I might skip that one and then come back for Larry versus Bedhead.
Don't worry about that, Steve. It just goes in one ear and out the other with Romario. That's a guarantee.
Mooncake's here. Congrats on the win, Mooncake.
Yeah. You want the bad news, Mooncake, if you don't already know? I'm about to show you. Mooncake is through to round 3, and he's either going to play Acero or Tommy, so that is a step up in class, with the greatest respect to Bankster, because I don't think either of those two guys, whoever gets through, can play as bad as Bankster did today. Now, how long have they got? Well, they're cutting it a bit fine as well. I mean, this is the 4th.
wow.
They've got 3 days left to get their act together, these guys. All these other matches, I think, are scheduled, and that one...
Yeah. Let me see if there's been any back and forth on that. I mean, sometimes it's tough with Acero because he's in Japan. Let me see what's been happening.
Yeah, Bedhead and Larry's sorted out. You've got Slim already through. You've got the Poolkabout match arranged. So that's the only one that's we're not sure what's going on. But there's, again, with Tommy, if he's in Germany like his flag suggests he is, then he's an hour ahead of me. So he's at least 6 hours behind Acero in terms of the time zone difference. So that's where there might be a difficulty in getting a time to actually suit either of them. The one lost side is taking care of itself. It'll get more shape as we go deeper, of course.
So let's see. Herbie's getting kicked.
Oh, that's him. He's been in the stream for the last hour. What's he ranting about? Tommy is drinking.
Oh, it's not. This is from yesterday.
Oh, is he? Has he been reported? Bye. I'll just type bye before he gets booted. Oh, he's already gone. Oh dear.
Yeah, I do look at these. I do look at the reports that people put in, just in case you guys are wondering.
Oh dear.
I get a lot of them that are stupid reports, but you know, some of them like this one
again
about Herbie was. Let's see.
Yeah, Snake's him with the multiple profiles. Who it is?
I do not. This is interesting because I don't see. I do not see either one of those guys
Communicating.
sending. Let's see how long it's been.
That's a bad sign, isn't it? Now, what do you think of that animation on the VP4TV logo? I think that's pretty classy.
It's nice, yeah.
And that was done with, did I do it with, I think I did that with, what do you call it? That co-pilot thing. I've been spending quite a bit of time messing about with that.
Let's see. Is that a first round match, those guys, or a second round?
No. Every match is now at least the second round, if not third round. So first round's all done and dusted.
So
no, all you do. I mean, everything
Welcome
there
to
that you see on
VP4
screen
TV.
is all
We have live
AI,
streams from all the major events in virtual
including
Pool
Steve's
4 online.
animation. If
We
you haven't
also
seen
have
it,
live
watch
commentary
this.
on many matches where I am joined in the commentary booth by game developer Steve Chaplin. I am Tactical Genius, aka 9BWC, aka Hugh.
There he's on pleading, please unban me. You've been banned for being a naughty boy again.
Larry says you can kick me after my match. No, I'm not kicking you because I looked at that one too, and
Aye, what happened with that one? That I read that in the chat. That I've got evidence of that in the live stream from last night. That numpty that he was playing quit on the 9-ball. I think that's what Larry got annoyed about. Larry doesn't. It takes a fair bit to annoy Larry, and usually it's a numpty that does it.
Well, no, it was German potting machine. He has a tendency to bait players. I've seen it before, and then he complains about it.
Who were you abusing, Herbie? That doesn't sound right, Romario.
Oh, you want to know who he was abusing?
It doesn't sound right.
It was a pool for amateurs. He was the guy that got.
Oh dear.
Pool for amateurs was abused by Herbie last night.
Yeah. Oh, poor pool for amateurs. I mean, coming in here, was it verbal abuse? I presume it was verbal abuse. Right, guys. Keep your eye out. You've seen those matches in the schedule. There's got to be something worth watching tomorrow. There will be matches somewhere, whether it's myself or Slim or both of us. So we'll have to decide what's happening, but there's certainly going to be a few good games tomorrow, I would expect. Maybe we'll get the good Romario and the bad and the ugly Romario stay at home. Keep your fingers crossed for that, because it'll be a long while waiting on that happening. Right. Anything else we need to discuss?
Let's see. Well, I'm going to be gone, just like you. Well, you're going to be here, maybe. You're doing your holiday here. I'm doing my holiday in the mountains.
Yeah,
so
when are you tramping away up into the hills?
I'm leaving July 9th. I'll be actually hiking on the 11th or the 12th. And then I come back. When do I come back? I come back on the 28th. And then I go back into the mountains on August 2nd. And I come out on the 14th. And then I fly home on the 16th.
Right.
So I'm going to be gone for a while. I'll be touching base here or there. Simon's taking care of things.
I don't go back to... I think I will miss the World Cup final because I'm back at work on the Sunday, which I think is the 19th. I could be right or wrong, but it's the 19th I go back to work, so I'm off right up until then. And I'll be streaming as many of these matches as I can, provided I can stay awake depending on what time they're at, and watch a bit of the World Cup. Right, well, unless there's anything else to be mentioned, thanks to Steve Thanks all
Thanks
you
for
guys for your
you.
company. Thanks to them that hit the like button, can actually take 2 seconds to do it. You should also hit the bell for notifications of when I do go live. You just have to ignore any other live streams that I do if it happens to be a bus or a truck or whatever. But it'll remind you that VP4TV is live. You can always choose to ignore, but hit the notifications. Many players don't do that, or viewers, I should say, and at least gives you a little tab to let you know that I'm live. Anyway, I'm off to try and watch a game of football and have a coffee, and we'll bid you good night. Thanks for watching, folks.
I will see you and everybody else tomorrow.
Yeah, well done to Mooncake, and good luck to Bankster. It can only get better. There's a song. Right, see you later, folks.
Good night.
No bar, no pinball machines, no bowling alleys, just pool. Nothing else.
Welcome to VP4 TV. We have live streams from all the major events in Virtual Pool 4 online. We also have live commentary on many matches where I am joined in the commentary booth by game developer Steve Chaplin. I am Tactical Genius aka 9ball.com aka Hugh.
Good night, ladies.